Hi and Assalamualaikum to everyone watching this video. These are all the members of this group led by Ong Heng Kiat. All the members are from Bachelor in Computer Science, major in Data Science. Employment rate is the question that is one of the recent issues that affect most Malaysian people. The coronavirus that has been prevalent in Malaysia, particularly this year, aggravates this problem and leads many of us to a serious economic problem. Thus, we are trying to look at the employment rate data sets and figure out what the reasons that reduce the employment rate. First step of data science methodology is identify the problems to be solved. The first question that comes to our mind is, what are the factors that will affect the employment rate? Next, how much do these factors affect it? Lastly, why these factors can affect the employment rate so much? The data are gathered through an online website, which is a data science community that provide for data scientists to publish or find data that we require. The dataset we choose to be used for our question is a dataset that is obtained through a paid research survey to explore the linkage between the mental illness and unemployment rate. The dataset has a sample size of 354 and 31 variables. Besides mental illness, there are also lots of other useful features that may be the factors affecting employment rates, such as the education level, gender, age, body condition, and so on. However, there is a fly in the ointment, which the dataset is not a clean dataset. It has duplicate observations, syntax error, not standardized format, missing records, and so on, which requires some time to clean it. The dataset is in the format of XLSX Excel file. Thank you.
My name is Gan Johan. In this project, my role is the data cleaning process. We're using the employment dataset and want to investigate about the unemployment rate. Okay, so let's us look in this dirty dataset. This is a dirty dataset. As you see, I already highlight the duplicate rows for you. This all is the duplicate rows, the highlighted rows, and I want to delete the duplicate rows. It also contains some nulls value, like this yellow represent the nulls value. Beside that, the data type of these variables that I want to change to the data type that I want. Also the variables name, I have to fix the variables name again. Okay, so basically what I do in the data cleaning process is, firstly I import the dataset into RStudio. After that, I analysis the data. Like as you see, this is the analysis result of the data. I can using this command to analysis the data, like summary. Okay, after analysis the data, I want to carry out the data cleaning process. Firstly, I will convert all the data type to the data type that I want. After that, I try to eliminate or delete the duplicate rows. After delete the duplicate rows, I try to fill in the nulls value with the mode of the data. For example, as you see in this have computer data type, the mode of the data is true value. So I will fill in this null value with the true of the value. Okay. After that, I also carry out some data cleaning process. For example, like rename all the column names, rename all the variables, and I try to analysis the data again and try to write the data, clean data into a new data set. So this is after I clean the data, the new data set. Okay. Basically, this is what I do in my data cleaning process. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afif bin Muhammad Fauzi and I will continue to process the data. As we look here, the variable type is already in factor, so we don't have to change the type of variable. I already plot the graph, do the graph to see the pattern, but we have difficulties to find the pattern. So we continue to do the regression function. But before that, we split the dataset into two parts. 80% be the train set and 20% is test set. Okay, so we do the regression function. The independent variable is employed and the others dependent variable here, and then we do the family is binomial, which means the output is discrete variable. We look here, the p-value, mental illness 0.04. The p-value is below than 0.05. It means this variable is significant, like this one too. Then we do to certain variable like this. Then we do the predict using the train set. When the prediction is more than 0.5, it will be true, otherwise it will be false. Then we do the matrix. Then we find the accuracy. Okay, to find the accuracy, we have to sum the true, false and true, negative, then divide by row, which is 269, and times with 100. So we get the accuracy, and we do the same to the test set. That's all from me. Thank you.
Today I'm Henkiat. Today I'm going to explain about the part I did, which is the Web Shiny app. So I won't explain more about the codes because it's quite long. So I will briefly explain what I did only by theory. So these are the variables that we can change for the graph. So I can change the facet row, the region, and the facet column, and also the y-axis and x-axis, and I also can change the number of size. So the graph I use in for the method I use for the graph is the jitter graph because the data consists mostly discrete data. But yeah, there are still four variables that are continuous variable. So if possible, please avoid from plotting too many continuous variable. Yeah, it is possible, but just that it's quite messy to be visualized. Okay, then the table. The table by default, it will only show the variable on these four variables. So if you want to show all the variables, you can click on this and it will show all. Then the graph bar. Okay, graph bar is actually almost the same with the graph, but it's just that the legend is already by default is the y-axis and you cannot change it. And the y-axis here is not mentioning the y-axis. The y-axis is actually the percentage of the occurrence of the variable. And the y-axis here is actually defined as a group, like the mental illness. So this is a group 1 and group 2. Group 1 is a false, group 2 is a true. Okay, and then next, the prediction model. Okay, the prediction model we are using is the general linear model with the family, which is a binomial, because our output is to be a classified output. I mean the discrete output. So it's either employed or not employed. So this accuracy for the train set is 76%, and the test set 77%. And this is a confusion matrix so that you can calculate the precision and also the recall. And the test set here is for you to predict either is overfitting or underfitting or it's just good. And the predicted output is based on the variable here, which are these six. These six variables are the most significant variable that we determine by using the logistic regression, I mean the model. So these are the six significance variable. So if we change it, maybe something like this. Okay, so yeah, congratulations, the result is employed. So meaning that if you have these variables, then you will be employed is predicted by the model. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nur Ashikin. So today I will show you how the report I made from all the codes my friends gave to me. so that I can compile and then make a report with some few values here. So first the name and the group and the group number, the introduction, public statement, data acquisition, and then data extraction and cleaning with some values around here. And then this part is cleaning and replacing the null values and renaming the columns, and then data analysis. After that, using the Shiny Web app for data visualization to look at the graphs and the column. Click the link here, and then you can access the web app. After that, I show you some of the bar charts at the web app. Some of them I screenshot it and put it here. This is one of the examples, the bar charts, and then some explanation I give here with some quotes the pictures, and then the conclusion. So after I done the report, I will knit the report to HTML and the Word so that I can submit one of them if necessary. So that's all, and the final one is here. So it will complete. So that's all for me. Thank you so much.
I have been assigned to produce a video presentation. What I do is I create a slide presentation using Canva and fill in the information needed to present. Next, I compile all the other members' video that they recorded, and I just did some video transition. I use Adobe Premiere Pro to create this video presentation.